This here is the DMP panel model XT50. It's similar to the XT30. One way to tell the difference between the two is up here on the XT50 it actually has a built-in wireless receiver, and the XT30 does not. Now in our case what we also have here is we have a high-powered receiver that we're going to be using instead of the built-in receiver, so that way we can get better range. I already have this pre-wired. I have a zone set up on zone 1. I'm going to use that as a panic button. We're also going to be using a wireless zone for an entry-exit door, just to demonstrate how this works. We'll get into programming in a moment. First thing, you have your power over here on the left, the first two terminals, then you have your battery terminals next. The next is your bell output, these two terminals here, and you'll want to put a resistor on there to supervise it, otherwise you're going to get bell trouble up on your keypad. I have, instead of a bell, I have these strobes connected up to the bell output. I also have a strobe over here that's going to be connected to this relay output device here. The output device, I already have it mounted here. I will show you a diagram of how this is wired up as well. One thing you want to be sure of is this, the relay, it does plug in with a cable here to a head-end device right here on the motherboard that's listed output, but you also need to run power over here to this bottom terminal for positive, because this will only ground out when the terminals are tripped. It will ground it out, but it will need that positive to make the complete the circuit, so it will activate that relay. We only have one relay on this board. It's capable of 4. It comes with one built in, and that's what we'll be using to power this strobe. The other thing you want to remember is to use your resistors on your hardwired devices. These are 1K ohm resistors. It's the same resistor that goes on the bell as well. And you can look at the diagram over here, the schematic, to see what resistors go where. It says 1K ohm for zones 1 through 9. Zone 10 is 3.3K ohm, and this is power isolated from these other zones. This is meant for, zone 10 is meant for smoke alarms, things like that, because when the panel resets, if you reset the zones, or sensor reset as it's called, similar to other panels like a focus panel, it will actually power this down to reset the device. So if it's a smoke detector, it will lose power for a moment and then power back up and see if it resets. And that's why zone 10 is power isolated from these other zones. The keypad bus. This is zones 7 through 10. Keypad bus will, our hardwired keypad will connect to that bus. Just follow the color coding on it. It's really simple. We also will tie into our high-powered wireless receiver. Will also go on that keypad bus. And once again, the color coding is very simple to follow. It says red, yellow, green, black. So just follow that order. Nothing to it. There's no tamper on the front of this device, so we can leave that off. But there is one on the back, I believe. And I don't believe there is no tamper on the keypad either. So that should be all we have to cover as far as wiring. The next would be getting into programming, which I'll do now.